Hey there guys, what's up? This is Captain J bringing you another video. So before the video starts, I do want to give a very quick disclaimer. First and foremost, the music does not belong to me. It was actually uploaded by YouTubers and are free to use. They are non-copyright songs, therefore they are free to use to the YouTube community. The other thing is that the games also do not belong to me. They actually belong to their respected companies. Also, there is some websites that I share from time to time, such as this one. Some of these websites may or may not contain harmful viruses. Fortunately, none of my videos have actually turned out to be this way, thankfully. I do want to let you guys know, just to be aware of these instances to where some sites are risky. I'll put it that way. So use at your own risk. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, with all of that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and play all four of these emulators. Note that every single one of these apps are found in the Play Store or Google Store or whatever you want to call it. So the PSP, obviously, it's very obvious what it is. The Dolphin, unless you know a little bit about it, it's kind of hard for you to know what it is, but it's actually for the Nintendo GameCube. MAME is for the retro games, and my boy, which we're gonna start with that one right now, that is for the Nintendo Advanced or Game Boy Advance. So the games that I have for these are followed. The first game is Super Mario Advance, or Advanced Super Mario, whatever you want to call it, but it's basically a new version of Super Mario 3 for the NES, sort of like the Super Nintendo version. Now you can either have it on, I believe it's called Portrayal or Portal or Side View, standing up or sideways, however you understand it. It's either one of them. The next game that I have is Pokemon Fire Red. Both of these games play really well. The emulation is basically flawless. There's not a lot of things that are noticeably wrong. There's nothing at all that I've actually noticed, besides maybe having to make it a little faster. There is a button in the center which actually fast forwards, makes it a little faster, so that way you can move on through the introductions a little bit faster, which is actually a little useful. Alright, jumping into the next one, which is going to be the MAME Retro Video Game Machine Console Application Emulator, whatever you want to call it. I do want to give a little bit of information about this one. You do want to leave your downloads as a zip file, the games. You want to leave them like that because that way the application is a lot faster to read it and a lot better. Some may not work. Alright, so of course, pioneer of the arcade games is, of course, Mortal Kombat. I used to play this back when I was about 10 years old. Going to the arcade was one of my most beloved memories. It was a lot of fun. Of course, there's also other fighting games or arcades such as Street Fighter and just a whole bunch of other ones. There's a lot of them out there, but of course, like I said, this one caused a bit of controversy back when it first came out due to the blood, which is actually present in here. Now, it was a little difficult to maneuver the fighter around, but eventually I did get the hang of it. Sweet. Now on to the Dolphin emulator, which is for the GameCube games, or a GameCube console emulator. Just want to give you guys also a little bit of information about this one. Remember, this is a pretty big game. It's an ISO file, which is a little harder to read, which makes the game a little slow. Personally, I was not able to play this game as good as I would want to. I went as far as to stop all background applications in my phone, put it into airplane mode. That way I had no internet being used whatsoever, so nothing at all slowing it down, and it is still considerably slow. It is very noticeable in the sound. I did play a little bit of the game. I went all the way through the damn intro, and I couldn't get it to work as great as an actual hardware. There was no way possible that I could do that. If you guys know a way, please let me know. You guys can try this as much as you want to. I will leave the game for you guys to download, so that way you guys can try it out for yourself and let me know what device you're using and how good or how bad is working. So that way other people know what to expect of this device. Alright, so lastly we have the PSP emulator. I also want to talk about this one a little bit because it's also an ISO, and I do have bad news for you guys. I actually did try to play God of War in this emulator, but it would not work. I honestly don't know as to why it kept freezing and crashing the game, which you could see that the actual emulator does work. Everything else, the intro, music, everything was working okay, and then it just started slowing down just a tiny bit. It is actually noticeable. And then when I actually tried to load the game, crashed. It actually crashed about 3 different times that I tried. So I did actually try, but couldn't get it to work. I don't know if it's the game, I don't know if it's my phone. I couldn't really tell you exactly what it was, but as you can see, crashed. So yeah, not too fond of it. Well, I tried. Well, this was more like a test than anything, just trying stuff out and see how they worked. And as you could tell, unfortunately 2 of them were kind of hard to make work, but at the same time they did. So it's hard for me to say whether both of those emulators don't actually work properly or don't work at all. It could be the hardware in my phone, it could be that my phone is a little slow, it could be various things. So before saying that they don't work or that I don't recommend them, I'd rather you guys try them out. Let me know what you think, let me know how they work for you, and if they did at all. And if they didn't, please specify what kind of phone you were using. The reason is because when other people try them, they will automatically say, well, it doesn't work, or why would you upload this if you don't know. Well, it was mainly just to test things out with my phone. I won't say that my phone is one of the newest one, nor it's really old either. It's kind of in the middle. I have a Galaxy S7, which I've been using for almost 2 years, and I don't exactly use it for gaming, but I wanted to try this out because I have been asked by several people whether or not these emulators do work on it. So I was giving it a go and I was giving it a try. For all of those that are still here, I do want to say thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it helped you out, maybe answering a couple of questions. Like I always say, if you have any questions, comments, issues, concerns, or have a doubt, leave them down in the comments, and I usually try to answer everybody as soon as I can, as fast as I can. And I always have notifications turned on for my YouTube channel. That way, if anybody comments, likes, or anything at all, it pops up on my phone and I try to get it as soon as possible. Like always, if you like the video, press the like button. Maybe think about subscribing. I will be trying to upload videos as much as I can. One more thing, I do actually play with my friends on the Xbox One. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, and from time to time I will jump onto the Xbox 360 just to help people out. It is Christmas Eve, and I hope everybody has a very wonderful Christmas day and Happy New Year's to you all. Thank you very much for watching. This was Captain J, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.